two of everything. Long ago, in a quiet Chinese village nestled among misty mountains, there lived an old farmer named Mr. Shu. He lived a simple life with his loyal wife, tending rice paddies and raising ducks. Their home was small but filled with peace and contentment. One spring morning, while walking through his fields, Mr. Shu spotted something unusual glinting in the soil. He bent down to see what it was. The object shimmered in the rising sun. To his surprise, he unearthed a large, heavy bronze pot. It looked ordinary at first, yet there was an odd shimmer about it. Mr. Shu carefully brought the pot home, thinking it might be useful for storing rice. When his wife saw it, she raised her eyebrows in curiosity. Neither of them could guess what magic it held. They placed it near the doorway for safekeeping. Later that evening, Mr. Shu accidentally dropped his walking stick into the pot. To his astonishment, 2 sticks emerged instead of 1. He gasped and called for his wife to see. She clapped her hands in delight and shouted, "This is no ordinary pot. It doubles everything." The 2 stared at the pot, hardly believing their eyes. Their humble lives had suddenly become extraordinary. Curious to test it again, Mrs. Shu dropped her hairpin inside. Out came 2 identical golden pins, gleaming in the lamplight. Her eyes widened as she tucked both pins neatly into her hair. The couple laughed together, marveling at the pot's gift. From that night forward, their lives would never be the same. The pot had revealed its magical secret. Soon they began experimenting with everyday things. They doubled rice, vegetables, and even silver coins. The once modest household now overflowed with abundance. Neighbors whispered about their sudden good fortune. But the HSUs kept their secret carefully hidden. They feared greed might bring trouble. One day, the farmer tripped and fell halfway into the pot. Before his wife could pull him out, another identical Mr. Shu appeared beside her. The 2 farmers looked at each other in shock. The wife staggered back, unsure which one was her real husband. Both men spoke in the same voice and wore the same clothes. The magical pot had made a living double. At first, confusion filled the house. 2 Mr. HSUs argued about who was real. Mrs. Hai finally calmed them and said, "If both are here, then we are twice as strong." The 2 farmers decided to share the work equally. They laughed together, realizing the pot's blessing. Life on the farm became easier than ever. The duplicate proved just as hardworking as the original. Together, the 2 men tilled the land and harvested more than ever before. The wife, though still puzzled, was relieved to have twice the help. She watched them carry heavy sacks with ease. The ducks quacked noisily as the farm prospered. Fortune had truly doubled. But then came an unexpected twist. Mrs. Shu tripped near the pot and fell partly inside. Before she could scramble out, a second Mrs. Shu appeared beside her. Now 2 identical wives stood blinking at the stunned farmers. Each insisted she was the true wife. The house filled with confusion and chatter. The farmers scratched their heads, wondering what to do. The 2 wives argued, each claiming her rightful place. Finally, one laughed and said, "If there are 2 husbands, why not 2 wives as well?" The family accepted their doubled lives with cautious joy. The cottage now rang with double the laughter, yet also double the noise. Days turned into weeks, and the duplicates lived peacefully. They shared meals, chores, and responsibilities. Sometimes, however, mistakes caused quarrels. The 2 wives once cooked identical dishes, flooding the table with food. The 2 farmers quarreled about who should plow which field. Still, harmony usually returned quickly. One stormy night, a greedy official overheard rumors of the magic pot. He crept toward the Shu household with soldiers. The family awoke to find the official demanding the pot. "Give it to me or I'll seize everything you own," he roared. Fear chilled the room, but the pot glowed defiantly. The family held hands in silent courage. The soldiers tried to lift the pot, but it was impossibly heavy. Even 10 men together could not move it. The official grew red with rage, stamping his feet. He shouted, "You tricked me with false tales." The family hid smiles, knowing the pot refused to leave them. Its magic was bound to their home. Enraged, the official ordered one soldier to push him into the pot. The man stumbled, and suddenly 2 officials stood glaring side by side. The soldiers gasped and fell to their knees in terror. The officials shouted at each other, demanding obedience. The chaos only deepened as both looked identical. The family watched in awe. The 2 officials began quarreling bitterly. Each declared himself the rightful master. The soldiers, confused, did not know whom to obey. Finally, in their panic, they fled the farmhouse. The officials chased after them. Still arguing, the night grew quiet once more. The HSUs sighed in relief. They realized the pot could bring both fortune and danger. From that night on, they vowed to guard it carefully. They agreed never to speak of it outside their home. The pot remained their greatest secret. Its glow felt both comforting and mysterious. Years passed, and the HSUs grew old. The magical pot remained with them, hidden in plain sight. They used it sparingly, doubling only what they truly needed. The duplicates lived peacefully as family. Together, they created harmony from strangeness. Their home became known for its quiet joy. Travelers who passed through the village noticed the abundance. They whispered about the Shu's unusual good fortune, yet no one ever discovered the truth. The family remained generous, always helping neighbors in need. The pot's gift was not just doubling wealth, but doubling kindness. It became a symbol of hidden blessings. Even as they aged, the HSUs knew the pot's legacy would outlive them. They taught their children and grandchildren to respect it. Use it wisely, they said, for greed brings only sorrow. The younger generations nodded solemnly. The magic was passed down with care. The pot remained a treasured heirloom. In time, the story of the pot became legend. People spoke of it as the pot of 2 of everything. Though few believed it truly existed, the tale spread across China. It was told as a lesson in balance, wisdom, and restraint. The Hisu family's secret lived on through story. The magic remained hidden, yet eternal. Moral: abundance is a blessing, but wisdom and balance keep it from becoming a curse.